you a thumbs up.
Ow.
All right, guys, we are back from our lunch break. Thank you guys so much for your patience, and thank you guys for sticking with us through this final episode of our ICEMORR campaign. Last we left off, George, aka Ort, had approached the Ice Queen while she was down and stunned, and removed the stun from her with his hand on her throat.
Was the music volume okay?
Before we enter into to find out exactly what it is he was doing, I would like to let all of our viewers know that in 2 weeks' time, unless something happens, obviously, we will be beginning our second campaign together here at the table. It is called Nordera. Please look out for that. I will be sending some links forward and stuff like that. Basically, it is a Nordic style and themed game that takes place in a newly created world that I have taken the painstaking duty of creating over the last few months in preparation. And I do have to say it is really fun and interesting. So I'm excited to see how the party plays in that. But, Ort, you had approached the Ice Queen with your hand on her throat, and she is now conscious. What would you like to say to her?
Well, I'd like to give a tiny bit of background before, so this doesn't sound completely crazy. Because
we're all listening.
Okay, my character was chaotic neutral, which is why he was selfish and standoffish. And sort of lost due to being out of time. However, due to a quirk of the lycanthropy rules, if you embrace the curse, which I did, your alignment changes to the alignment listed in the stat block of the lycanthrope, which in the case of the werebear is neutral good.
Okay.
So I have become a more positive, more generous person. Not necessarily generous, but more positive, more considerate person than I was previously.
You have a brighter outlook on things.
Yes.
More naive.
Let's not go crazy here. And I know from the divine chatter that the Ice Queen is Anarria's daughter.
Correct.
So, I have my god hurting, which she saw, claws on her throat, and I say, surrender, reconcile with your mother, and I'm your champion.
Surrender, reconcile with your mother, and you're offering to be her champion?
Yes.
Persuasion at advantage.
Let me find out.
You have +5, remember?
Okay.
Oh, this ain't good.
I don't know what the DC is on this, but I'm guessing it's big.
Let's see.
And can I throw a flash of insight on that?
Not at least 2 far away.
I'll allow it.
I know at least 2 of you saw that.
I did.
I'm sorry, I need to check.
Take your time.
I need to check the
Fine.
exact.
Yep. So
Yep.
at least 3 of you saw it. Okay.
Yep, it applies to ability checks as well. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. So persuasion. Well, and I add 5 to everything I do because of her aura, correct?
Her aura, yep.
All right, so 27.
You sticking with 27?
The odds of me getting higher on a reroll.
What's your highest roll?
My highest possible value with a natural 20 is 5, 6 is 31. So
6?
I'm sorry.
6?
What's your charisma?
My charisma is 11.
Oh.
And I'm not proficient in.
I mean, you can always use persuasion using strength because you do have your hand on her throat.
Intimidation.
Intimidate instead.
Okay, intimidate using strength.
Yep.
I'll
allow it.
All right. So, do you want me to reroll?
No.
Or
No, same DC I showed you guys.
Okay, so using strength. So I'm not. Let's see, I don't have my proficiency bonus, but I do add. So 6. So 16 plus 5 is 21. Plus 6 for my strength modifier is
27.
plus another 6 for my flash of genius, 33.
That is a success. DC was
32.
all right. So she looks at you,
When
and
persuasion fails, intimidation succeeds.
for a very brief moment, you see this flicker in her eyes, George.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
it's almost like a spell is gone, like an effect that was on her is gone,
Mm-hmm.
and you just see tears come out of her eyes, and around her cheeks, you see the ice start to thaw, and you start seeing a little bit of the beauty and the actual elven skin that's underneath.
I throw a pie in her face. Just kidding.
I'm
So
so.
that's the end of your turn.
Well, I don't have extra.
Was it an apple pie? Bye, miss.
Can I do an? Let's see. I can't cast another spell since I already cast another a leveled spell. Can I do an insight to see what she's feeling?
I was going to ask that too.
You can do an insight. You guys can do insights when it gets around to your turns.
And
Okay.
I do everything with advantage because of her aura. Correct.
Correct.
+5.
Okay.
Advantage and +5.
All
Her
right.
aura is probably the strongest aura that the gods have, right?
Okay,
It's-
so-
it's strong.
I would assume she's like a god of bards.
Dirty 20.
She's actually the goddess of success and prosperity. But I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Dirty 20.
You're actually unsure.
All right.
Something about the ice and the demeanor, it's hard to read.
All right. Yeah, I can't use another. Let's see. Prestidigitation to dry her eyes, since I can't cast a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, it'll continue to flow, but
yeah,
the sentiment is noted.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. So now it moves down to the Cosmic Father. The Cosmic Father is already at base-to-base combat with Deverex. So he is actually going to draw his black sword that looks like it's made out of nothingness and take 4 attacks on him. Missing all 4.
Ouch.
I cannot believe that. I rolled a 4, a 10, a 9, and a 10. That's crazy.
So this rewind time ability I have, you specifically said it's for undoing or dealing a crit. Would that be only one of his attacks I'd use that for? Or would that apply to all of them?
One attack.
Okay, I'll give him a crit.
Okay?
Did you also apply flanking?
Yes.
Okay.
So with a crit, Cosmic Father does 200 points of damage, so that would be 400.
Yeah.
You guys are quickly learning who the damage dealers are
Oh, yeah.
among the gods. Some are a lot better with healing. Some are a lot better at buffing, support. Some are more better at tanking. Some are better at damage. You know.
Now, since I was already clocking Anarria for her reaction when people are hitting Deverex, once she casts that spell, the Essence Drain or whatever it is, when she sees her husband deal 200 points of damage to their son, is she still mournful or does she look stoic now?
Thank you.
Because you've clocked her before, I'll let you follow through. You're pretty sure she's at the point where she's she knows she has to do what's best for the greater good.
Okay.
She's now doing her job as a goddess, not as a mother.
Okay.
She's gonna try to put him down.
That's important. Okay.
Because he's actually done a lot of damage to the other gods. A couple of them are actually close to dying.
Right.
And yeah. Anyway, so after that is Anarria, so you can tick her down one, and then the Ice Queen.
Okay.
She will actually. Are you going to let her get to her feet?
Yes.
Okay. She is going to stand, and she's going to hold her action. She's just going to kind of look around and observe at everything. Almost kind of like a deer in the headlights. Like, what?
What have I done, kind of a thing.
Arun is going to take her 6 attacks.
That's that one, right?
Who's she doing it to?
She will glare at the Ice Queen. And she'll kind of stare at her for a minute and kind of cock her head to the side. And then she'll turn and fly over and attack Devereux. This is some hog shit right here. Look at this shit. This is some bullshit.
Oh, yeah?
7, 5, 4, 7, 2, 11. They all miss.
Wow.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen Arun miss that many attacks. That's crazy.
Let's see. Do I want to give her a crit? Yes, I'll give her 1 crit.
Okay. Arun deals 500 damage, so a crit would be 1,000.
That's 1,400 he's taken.
Maybe I should give her 2 more. But
I'm sure he
At
has.
the end of Arun's turn,
She's like-
legendary action from Devereux. Devereux will actually cast one of his abilities. It's actually an activated ability, not a spell, excuse me.
so I can't counterspell it, is what you're
No.
saying. I got you.
He is going to do the Reap ability. He is going to disappear and reappear at base-to-base combat with Amber. And he is going to go like this and reach with his hand to touch her. And you'll see like the swirling spectral hand of death getting ready to grab her.
I will say.
How did the two invisible boys stop this?
Well, hold on, there's things,
Okay.
but
I'm also going to say, as he starts reaching for her, there is nothing in this or any other plane that will save you if you kill her.
at that point in time, you see the her 2 bodyguards will appear and will try to move in the way of it, and he goes like this, and they just look like they age 1,000 years and fall over. At this point in time, the Ice Queen will trigger her action, and she is going to, at the very last second, teleport and appear in between them.
Shunting her.
And she is going to take the touch of death from Devereux. She will begin to wither like a mummy. The ice will instantly melt off of her, and you'll see, before she turns to dust, you'll see she looks at her mother and she says with one tear in her eye, "I am sorry." And she is gone.
Here you go, Ron.
I need to make a wisdom save for Anarria to continue casting the spell. She breaks the spell. She fails her concentration. She drops to her knees. And
I'm gonna use a silver coin to reflip that, or re-roll that.
She fails again.
Another silver coin. I got 4 of them.
She
Another one.
I'll use one.
look at it.
No, I believe you. My last coin.
I'll use one.
I mean, I rolled a 2, a 3, a 3, a 4, a 2.
Use a different die.
Okay, different dice. Go on.
He's got one. He's got another one.
I mean, that's only a 25. What?
Another one.
Oh, you don't know? Look at. I mean, I'm not making. I swear to God, like, this is crazy.
We believe you.
Oh, here we go. That's enough.
I have one left.
So she will kind of stumble a little bit, and she'll kind of go back to focusing.
She ain't failing.
Krogal will charge.
Deverex.
Yep. Krogal actually enters into a rage.
I'll just put him here just for ease.
You traitorous, insignificant worm.
Which as a T-Rex sounds like.
Roar.
He is going to...
I think of the T-Rex from Dead Artemis.
That's a crit.
Sweet.
Okay.
Second attack. That is also a crit with a 19 on the dice. Third attack. That is a hit. Fourth attack. That is a hit.
So, how much damage does he do on that hit?
Krogal does 100 points of damage, so that's...
So 200, 400, 600?
Yep, that's 600 points of damage.
Did that count the crit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he's taking 2,000 damage.
Lucar.
Plus anything we don't know about.
Which one?
Lucar.
That's the
storm
the
giant.
storm giant.
He looks around. He kind of makes a frown, like he's angry about something. Like he was already fighting, but it was like, I mean, he's a cloud giant. Like, I mean, the fighting's in their nature. But he's like, yeah, all of a sudden he gets angry. And he goes, he speaks something in giant. Who here speaks giant?
Ooh, not me.
So the two of you? So the two of you and the gods understand. He says, wait, this is your family?
Yeah, did I not tell you that?
He drops his weapon, and he just sits there and crosses his arms and says, well, I no fight for you no more. You betray your family, you'll betray me for sure.
Insight check.
Oh, he's that serious.
Seriously?
Although, unfortunately, you don't speak his language.
Oh, true.
Can I do an
You're
insight?
absolutely right.
Yes, he's free. Free. He's being serious.
Okay.
That's disgusting to him. He's like, no, if you're gonna stab your family in the back, I'm very quickly next. So Lucar is out of combat.
Does he take like a step back?
Yeah, he'll withdraw. He'll stay on the field.
But he's stepping back from Deva.
He's
Yeah,
gonna go
he's
take
just
an
like-
attack of opportunity.
No, he's smart enough not to know.
Deva understands what he says, so Deva's like, okay, all right, you come back over here though. I mean, we're gonna dance again. All right, so after him, it's Amber. Amber is going to drop down to her knees and kind of grab what's left of her sister, and she's kind of like dumbfounded, like, and she'll kind of hold what's left of her up to her body and cry, and she'll say, I didn't want this to happen. I came here to save you, and you died for me. So it's a very emotional moment for them.
Did she let go of my hand to do that? We were holding hands.
Yes.
Okay.
She will, then it will go to 5.
Okay. Is there anyone down that is not dust?
I don't believe so.
No.
The Ice Queen, I think, is literally the only one down. I mean, from our side.
Well, yeah. Well, from your side, yeah.
Oh.
Careful. Don't want it to roll out from underneath you now.
Cure wounds on the goddess.
Anarria.
Yeah. I don't heal a lot, but
The gesture.
The gesture is noted. Healing is healing.
$20 points of healing.
Okay. All right. It's a good amount. Anything else from your dragon? Anything? Everything's with 2 clustered.
It just kind of, well,
I mean, what can you even do on this? Is this literally an extra turn, or?
basically it's
Oh wait, it's
just
for you
move
on fire.
and move
do,
and
like, an action?
do healing.
Healing. Okay, got
Or
it.
healing-esque stuff.
So
Sure.
it'll go to Verasul. Actually, you know what? No. At the end of 5 initiative, Devrex is going to take another action,
Legendary.
legendary, and he is going to trigger. Aura of Death.
Counterspell.
It's
Not a spell?
It's a god ability. It's not a spell.
SLA.
Yeah. Everyone within 60 feet of him needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, excuse me, Wisdom.
Ooh, not wisdom.
So that's Arnell. Arnell fails.
I'm gonna use legendary resistance. No. I literally can't get any better without reading. 25.
So who else is in base-to-base combat? Arnell, Verasul, and who else?
I am.
It's 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Well, I can't see through the dragon, so I just wanted to know who else was over there.
I'm hit. Because I was-
Me and my dragon are hit.
Are you hit, Stacy?
Most likely.
Yeah, you would definitely would be.
Okay, so
I think everyone but Ord is hit.
okay, so the DC target number is 32.
Okay.
If you save, you'll only take half the damage. If you fail, you take all the damage, and you also have another effect hit you.
Okay.
What did
Okay.
you say it was 30?
Dragon save.
32.
32. Jesus.
So he's casting Death's Aura, and he is going to trigger weakness and pain.
There we go. I made it.
There we go. I made it. Me and my dragon both got it. I had to use up a coin and
I
shiny.
gotta give him some too. I used 3 shinies.
Oh, nice. George,
I
you're
don't
out of
have any
range.
coins left.
Yes, I'm out of the range.
Okay.
George was like the only one out of it.
So
He also hit the
you and the dragon
giant.
succeeded. Did you succeed?
I got a 25. Even if I rolled everything, I'd have to nat 20.
You do have a +5. Did you
Oh.
get that?
I did not.
And
And
advantage.
advantage, remember?
Yeah, I couldn't have made it without that +5.
Yeah, I'm
I finally
gonna
rolled a
start
19.
using my luck points.
Do you not have legendary resistance?
I have 1 left. I want to
I
save
would
that.
probably use it.
Probably use it. Fuck it, I'll use it.
Okay. So you'll have succeeded with the save.
Okay,
So you'll only take half.
Don't forget, you have luck
Regar and
indomitable.
Alvain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I definitely
rolled a
passed
19 first
regard
time.
can't.
So I
Oh,
have nat
Okay.
20.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the +5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
I made it. Because I
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
gave you some.
Okay, so for those of you that succeeded, take half of 200 damage.
So 100?
So 100 necrotic damage.
I know it's not a spell. Does it count as magic?
No, it's It's necrotic damage from the death god. It's not magic.
Okay.
To miasma, probably.
So Rhaegar takes 200. The second effect for weakness, if you succeeded, you only have 3 detriments instead of 6. So the first detriment is all of your attacks and saves are at disadvantage. Your when you're within 60 feet of him, starting your turn or ending your turn, the Death's Aura triggers again, so you'll have to make another save. And then the third ability is all of your stats are at a -4 until you're outside of his
Okay.
aura.
So -4 to the stats.
No, don't. That's. I'm thinking that's something that we didn't happen.
What?
I can cancel 3 events. I think this is one of them. So the whatever he didn't happen.
What's your thing that lets you do that?
What my
It's
note
one of the cards.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So you will use one of your.
Oh, isn't it like a wish-esque thing that you
Pretty
have?
much. I can cancel 3 events.
So
Up
he did
to-
not cast that.
Then you can have your 3 trinkets back or whatever, your inspirations.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
So you get.
Oh, that means I still have 1 coin left.
Well, thank you,
Yes,
Alvain. That
thank
was
you.
important.
You messed with time.
I was
was
gonna
a
say, do I
team
do
killer.
it with
Yeah.
advantage? It's like, no, that's okay.
Alvain?
Even though he messed with time, I don't think Arnell fucking cares.
No, considering it was about to kill him. Because he failed. He's out of legendary resistance.
You saved the god of time. Good job.
1 legendary resistance.
So, after 5, we'll go to the top. We already did Verisul.
No.
No,
No.
Verisul will attack.
So move over to him.
Yep. Nasty son of a bitch. Excuse my French, not really. Crit. Hit. Hit. Crit. Crit. Hit. Okay. So that is a total of 16. Okay. Arnell will move. We'll move to protect Anarria, and we'll
I guess.
go to a defensive stance. Deverex's turn. He gets his reactions back. He is going to take his scythe out. Who's in base-to-base combat with him?
Krogal, Nocturne, and Verisul.
And Amber.
Amber's a step back.
No,
remember, she
Amber
got
is
shunned.
10 feet away.
Okay.
Okay. So those of you that are at base-to-base combat, he is going to swing the scythe to take an attack against you. There we go. Scythe of the Reaper. It has a rusted orc alchemy appearance, and the blade itself, when you look at it, it makes you uneasy. That's a crit.
Undo that.
Okay. How many you got left?
1.
That is a crit as well.
Undo it.
Okay.
Ooh, great.
I mean, he probably crits on like a 9+, so.
No, I rolled a 19. I rolled with advantage. I rolled a 19 twice. And that is not a crit, but that is a... I just want to make sure the camera was still going. Okay. That is a 20... Actually, that is a 34 to hit all of you. That will hit Arnell, and that will also hit...
Arnell. He's not in basic.
I mean, not Arnell.
Verisul.
Verisul and... Krogal.
Shield.
Okay. So it'll be between the two of them. They need to make wisdom saves. And they both fail. They both die. Their souls have been reaped. So we're moving through the board.
Okay, and Alarin falls on his ass.
Womp.
He'll take a d6 falling damage.
Okay.
1 point.
1 point. Ow, my ankle.
He goes,
Was he polymorphed?
Huh?
Cargo.
Yes, but he's taking the soul.
Okay.
It kind of bypasses that.
Okay.
It's not necessarily damage. So
oh,
Verisul is dead, and Krogal is dead. Okay. Deverex laughs.
Okay,
Only a few left in my conquest of the high heavens is complete.
I can't wait to shove my sunblade right up your shiny ass.
Deva, you ever seen a woman of purity and light and everything about them is upbeat and happy and then all of a sudden a switch gets flipped and they become the complete opposite with just as much fury?
Mm-hmm.
She charges at him and screams like a banshee.
oh, guys, cover your ears.
She will take
Pause.
Yeah.
She will take her 6 attacks. I'm not moving. Someone look at this.
Did you miss all of them?
All of them.
He crits on all his, and we miss on all.
Yeah.
You know,
What'd she roll? What was her highest?
Like a 9?
A 3, a 4, a 9, a 6, a 9, and a 1.
God, what's her bonus to hit?
Not
15.
enough.
I'm way more accurate than her.
I mean, you guys have boons from multiple deities. She's just one deity. You guys are souped up to God knows where. Balam.
Sleight of hand.
Close the door.
Sleight of hand, black arrow. Will it work now? I say to Anarria.
She can't respond. She's doing a ritual.
Oh. Yeah, he's not looking at me. I'll kind of be like this, and I'm going like this to Amber with the black arrow.
Perception. She doesn't see you. You want to look? I rolled a 3.
No, that's fine. I believe it.
I'm gonna give a thing for her to give a reroll.
What's the wording of it?
Huh?
That's a 2.
Uh,
I don't understand what's going on.
basically power word kill.
Yeah. I rolled a 2. So
Oh,
she doesn't see you.
She does not
Maybe the Cosmic Father. Try to get his attention.
I look at him.
He succeeds and he goes,
It's worthless arrows.
I mean, against a god, yeah. Who has like
Well, it's
20,000
when he gave it to me, he
points.
said it'd kill anything.
Right, but I mean, like, this god has a ridiculous HP pool, is all I'm saying. Don't say anything. Don't. I already know.
All right,
Well, I
fine.
don't know if you're thinking what I am, but
I'm gonna bonus action
You know
stealth.
what I'm thinking.
okay.
it's probably what I've been thinking all...
There's no way he's gonna see me with a.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I broke
with dice.
30.
I'm either rolling high or low. There's
Yeah.
no in between.
I broke 30. So, and I'm gonna shoot him with one of my normal arrows, I guess. That's a hit.
You'll see a hand appear
Mhm.
out of nowhere right beside you, and you'll smell a sweet smell,
Mhm.
like cinnamon and lavender, and you'll have that. There's a female hand that touches your hand. This attack will be considered a crit, and then the person disappears. You recognize out of the corner of your eye that it was
Amber?
Arane,
Oh, alright.
goddess of magic.
That is... 29 piercing. You grab it.
There you go.
Reroll that one. Oh, fucking Christ. So 3... 18 thunder, and then 15 force.
That's with a crit.
That's with a crit.
Okay.
All
right.
And then second attack. That's a hit as well.
Okay.
Not a crit though. Hey, I get to reroll that. Fuck. I get to reroll ones, but
Yeah.
doesn't help when it's a 1 again. So that is 19 magical piercing damage,
Okay.
18 thunder damage, and 3 force damage.
Damn, you did as much thunder as you did on the crit.
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 2, and then a 5 and something
That's
on
fine. I'm
the
not-
crit. It was horrid. And then the dragon's gonna... He's... I did not like that scythe, so we're gonna move back a bit further.
He'll chuckle.
Yeah, laugh your ass off. Breath did not recharge. That's gonna be our turn.
Okay. Gonna move to. Actually, I just handed it to you, but it's your turn. Ice Queen.
What about her? I mean,
Thank you.
That's her stat.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
yeah, I
It's your
don't.
turn.
Okay.
It's her stats.
Okay.
I was just sharing.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Whose-
I
whose
assumed
turn is
because
it?
it's mine.
Rob.
I assumed you did that because it was relevant to my turn. So I'm like,
Hey, Rob.
what am I doing? Don't say anything. I'm gonna look up at Deverex. Look down at Amber. I'm gonna reach down, take her hand, and I'm gonna say, "We need to end this. Lend me your power." And I will draw the Dagger of Deverex, and pumping a 10th level slot into it and using whatever power Amber can give me, I am going to destroy it. His phylactery.
So, for a brief moment, everything stops. All sounds stop. And you see this dagger, like, you're trying to break it, and you pump the power into it, and you feel her grab your ankle, and you feel cosmic energy surge through you, and you just bulk up to the point where it starts to bend, and you see a fracture in it, and it breaks. And when it breaks, you see Deverex turn and look at you, and just as his eyes meet you, he'll open his mouth and he'll scream like a very deep undead howl, and he'll cry out in pain and go like this, and then you'll see thousands of black souls start pouring out of him and ripping through the ceiling of high heaven. And at this point in time, you guys are knocked prone, and you are all unconscious. But for the cinematic, I'll keep explaining to you guys what happens, but you are unaware as characters. As he falls prone and his body starts to rip open and age instantaneously, out steps a shadowy figure, the primal figure of death. Not Deverex, the primal figure of death itself, the avatar, as it were, of death. And it walks over and it'll grab you and lift you up off the ground, and it'll start to merge with you, and you'll hear, while you are unconscious, you'll hear, "You have taken death, you will now become death." And with that, Deverex, his body turns to ash, just like the rest of his stuff. His scythe drops and hits the ground, making a very loud clang that echoes through the high heavens. Anarria and her daughters drop to their knees and mourn the loss of their brother and son. And the fighting stops. All of the demons and undead disappear, just fade away. The angels cry out in victory, and the screen will slowly fade to black. Sometime later, you guys awaken in your beds, back down in the mortal realm, in ICEMORR.
Except me.
And Amber will awaken down in hell,
Right.
in the underworld. You will come to and notice that she is sitting on the dais at your feet, holding your leg, laying her head on your thigh, waiting for you to wake up. And you wake up and you have the armor and the mantle of death. You also have in your left hand the candle of death. You have in your right hand, leaning against your throne, the scythe of death. And you now are aware of everything involving the purview of death. You know where every undead creature is at. You know where every vampire, every ghoul, where every dead body is buried, where every spirit is. You now understand the purpose and responsibility of being the god of the dead. And in understanding that mantle, you also have a broader understanding of your omniscience than the other gods, because death has to be aware of everything at all times. Because if he's ever late, people suffer. So there is a beauty to your responsibility, not just the ugly side. And when you come to, all of the avatars of death are in your throne chamber and kneel. And in unison, they will swear an oath of fealty to death, to continue doing their mission and to continue doing the work of death. And after them, the paladins will walk in.
Before they are done, I'll wave a hand over them and just say 3 words. Comfort, not terror.
They will all nod in understanding, and
You turn them all from black-robed individuals into black-robed jesters.
I think that'd be even worse.
I mean, depending on whose fears we're talking about, that could be terrifying. Me and clowns, Jesters are very close. I can get away with like the Joker, like from Batman. I can get away with the Joker. I can get away with jesters. But once it hits that threshold, nope. Anyway, the paladins then walk in. There is thousands of them, and they will all just look at you.
I know I mentioned this to you off camera, but just so that everyone else knows and the viewers know, Nocturne this entire time has been wearing jester robes that are like half black, half red. The red is now white, and so it's kind of like the balanced thing.
Yeah.
And so as the paladins come in, I assume they're mostly in black armor.
Yep.
I'll wave my hand over them, and they will also have the split armor, so black and white.
Okay. They will kind of look down. Some of them will resist. Like you can tell that they're angry of Deverex's are falling. So.
And I will tell them, you have served under Deverex for, well, I would know exactly how long, I guess, but for far too long. He made death an evil thing when it should be a comfort. Those of you who wish to follow that way, I will discharge you from your service, strip you of your power, and you may live life as you wish. Those who wish to serve the new order and make death a comfort may stay with me.
Persuasion at advantage.
Plus Amber's or not?
Nope.
She doesn't have the aura at
Not
this
down
point?
here.
Fair enough.
This is your domain.
Not unless you allow her.
She's absolutely going to have full power in my world, but...
Hello, Hades. Hello, Persephone.
well, I rolled a 19, and you said it was persuasion, so that's plus 24.
So yes. So roll me a percentile at advantage. Because let's be honest, there's not all of them are going to turn. Did you roll a 69?
No.
94?
94 for the first roll.
Wow.
Yes, so 94.
So 94% of them will convert over to your way of death. The rest of them will remove their armor, return their holy symbol. You will withdraw their power, and they will.
But they'll be unmolested in terms of how they can leave. Like I'll port them back, open a portal back to where they're from, but so that it's an amicable split, but no powers.
Okay.
These are clearly evil people, and so I don't want to empower them. They are ordinary human beings, or whatever.
So you send them back to where they came from. They get back there, and it's just Amber looks up at you and says, "I'm so proud of you. You took something I know you didn't want to save others. You know the beautiful thing? We're not both gods.
Yeah.
We get to live together forever."
Okay, let me think.
She will actually move from the ground to your lap and kind of lean against the arm of your throne. So she's in your lap, and she'll kind of lean and put her head on your shoulder.
So as a full god, can I just kind of like create things?
Yep.
Okay. I will create a ring for her, and I'll kind of like stand her up, and I'll kneel, and I'll propose to her.
She will say, I said this to George recently, and I meant it with my whole heart. And I think it can come across as corny, but I think it is the most purest reflection of love. She says, only on one condition. You have to outlive me, because I don't want to live a day without you.
Hopefully we'll both make it to the end, whatever that is.
And then she'll let you put the ring on, and
in doing so, I give her full reign of my domain, so she can go anywhere. She has her full powers. She's the only god that's true for, but that's the level of trust that I'm putting in her, is that unlike the other gods, she is as powerful here as she is anywhere else.
Okay, so you now feel the reach of her aura, and in doing so, you see a crown appear on her, made of black metal, and she is now queen of the underworld, as well as her other abilities.
You can make that look however you want, by the way.
She says, no, I like it. It matches my horns.
Your crown is just a jester's hat with little spikes that kind of go up and a little ruby.
Yeah, it's an iron jester's hat.
Yeah,
So,
still got the bells though.
I don't want to dominate this too much, but
no, it's fine. I'm going to go around to each person.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the end of the campaign. Take your spotlight.
I
You've
will
earned it.
conjure a messenger or a powerful
You can summon a
servitor.
demigod.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I summon one, and I look at her or it, and I say,
He will kneel, my lord,
bring me Nicaria.
as you command. He will disappear, and about 60 seconds goes by, and you'll see a portal open, and you'll just see her fly out of it, like as if she's been thrown.
Mm-hmm.
She hits the ground and slides, and then he'll step out and goes, I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. She was being very, very non-compliant. I hope I have not angered you. Please forgive me.
You're great.
And she'll get up and she goes, what is the meaning of this? And she'll spin around and look at you.
Hello.
And then all of a sudden you'll just, if you could imagine in a drow's face,
She's tiefling.
no, she's not.
Oh well, okay, I got
Her
you.
true form, she is a drow.
Gotcha.
But all of the color will fade from her face and she just kind of like, hello?
Hello. So, I don't want to take up too much time. It's a, banner day for me. And look, I know who you were working for. I know what you were trying to do in ICEMORR and who you probably would have killed if given an opportunity. And I stare at her and I say, I will give you the same choice I gave the Paladins. And I explain to her the choice.
Persuasion, disadvantage.
So
Could
is that
he
a
choose
straight?
intimidation if he
You
wanted?
can choose intimidation.
Persuasion is significantly better for me than intimidation. But
35.
does the aura of Amber cancel
Yep.
out the disadvantage?
Yes.
So it's just a straight roll.
Plus 5.
What's that?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. Yep.
Hunter ain't letting nobody forget about that.
I ain't
plus 5.
so useful.
What was the DC?
35.
Then again, he's no longer mortal, so it doesn't work.
Wow, that's actually really rough.
You
I mean,
have
the
I rolled
game's
really high.
the game's over, so I don't need these for anything. All right, this might take a while. Somebody count for me. So this is the first reroll. Okay, never mind. That's all it was.
Just one.
So
Thumbs up.
somebody help me with math. 18 plus 24
Yes.
40,
Yes.
plus 5.
That is a yes.
45,
So that's what I rolled.
That's in the 40s, isn't it?
45,
45.
47, I believe.
18 plus
24.
24.
40. No, that's
No.
42.
42 plus
Oh, I probably did the math wrong the first time
5.
because I rolled a 15.
48.
Dang.
So, yeah, I did the math way wrong. I didn't need to burn that. But we're done, so it doesn't matter.
So, anyway, she will drop down to a knee, and she'll say, if Deverex is no more, obviously I cannot serve him. And obviously it's in my best interest to break ties with him, and I do not think it's in my best interest to stay too close to you. So I would venture to request that severing would be best for both of us.
Very well. And I strip her of her power. That's what she's saying, right?
Yep.
Did I misunderstand? So
Yep.
I strip her of her power, and simultaneously I send every imp that was controlled by her back to Infernus.
Okay. By the way, at that moment when you do that, you're aware that there was like 1,000 of them.
I figured.
There is a lot.
Yep. Do I get the sense? I don't know. I'm a god, so maybe. But do I get the sense that they were serving her willingly or unwillingly?
Some of both.
Okay.
Some were like, yeah, and some were like, yeah, if you say so.
Okay. So all the ones that were serving her willingly, when they show up, they get a little bit of heartburn. or their equivalent thereof.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, janitorial duties.
Nothing major. Just
Janitorial duties.
Yeah, put them on janitorial duties down in hell.
but I do lock
Where,
them.
where they have to clean out the bathrooms for the nipper booze.
I simultaneously, as I send them away, lock them out of the material plane, so they cannot come back.
Oh wow.
I assume I can do that.
Yep, you can.
They probably need to be summoned now to get out.
Anything else you would like to address before we move on?
I think the proposal was the big thing. I will, kind of wave my hands, make the hall. I assume it's really bleak and depressing
yeah,
and everything.
it's like charcoal and granite up in here.
So it's more like a grand palace now. Not like golden, so it's like all bright, but like much more cozy, much more relaxing. There's like a fireplace and everything, and
Okay.
all that stuff.
Biggest question. What position do you give Pumpernickel?
Oh, yeah, because he would have empowered with you because he.
Demigod.
I mean, he's been loyal. And as a god, I sense that he's my familiar, so I don't imagine
100%
there's anything. So yeah, I'll
Your best friend,
Probably your messenger.
messenger.
like your major domo.
Yeah, I mean, his whole shtick was the help action, so yeah, he's going to be my helper. Using if Amber will work with me with it, because she has that orb of quintessence, I'm going to give him improved invisibility, so that he already has great invisibility, but now he can even hide from gods, except for her and I.
Probably also from
Amber will warn you that will anger some of the other gods if they find out.
I
But
was going to use it for pranks, but all right. I acquiesce. It's fine. Like
she will agree to do it,
Nah.
but not against gods.
No, that's fine. He's good. Okay, so it'll protect from like mortal true sight.
So mortal, dragons, anything that's like high CR, just gods will be able to see him.
Okay,
Because like if your first action is to make a spy, she's warning you that that's probably not a good idea.
that's fair. Okay, I'll do that and make him just kind of like a messenger
Okay.
aid, and I'll give him his own like little palace and everything somewhere in the
Oh
underworld.
fuck yeah, he's happy.
Um,
Can I have people over?
Of course, as long as, well, it's the underworld, so really they can't do much here anyway. So yeah, just, don't kill them if they don't deserve it, that sort of thing.
Okie
And then the only other thing that I'll do is I will write a letter to each of the party, basically, and just, we don't have to roleplay that, but just sort of a heartfelt, like, thank you for being my friend kind of a thing. And I wouldn't have made it without you, that kind of stuff.
Okay. So after you get settled in, what feels like
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm dominating, and,
It's
I
fine.
apologize.
It's fine.
It's funny.
There is one other thing that I would need to do. I did just propose to Amber. I should probably talk to her parents.
Okay. So it's ironic that you say that because after a couple of minutes after you start to feel like things have calmed down, a flash of light happens and you see the Cosmic Father and Anarria walk in, and the Cosmic Father is not wearing black armor; he's wearing golden, celestial armor, and they walk up to your dais.
Now, I know that in the underworld, I'm basically king shit here at this point, but...
They bow.
And I kneel. Now, one knee this time, because now, especially...
On the dais or down the dais?
I'll walk down the dais so that we're both on the floor. And I'll take one knee. She is, the queen of the gods, and he's the king. So I want to make it very clear that despite what was the old god of death, this is not going to be a contentious relationship. This is respect. I consider myself part of the pantheon now, and part of the family soon. So, but it is one knee. That is the difference. So,
Anarria will reach down and will bring you up to your feet.
I'll stand.
And will say, in your domain, you kneel to no god, but your sign of respect is noted. I came to thank you for the sacrifice that you made.
I'm sorry that I had to kill your son.
It was either you or me.
I know. And
You
I
took
didn't.
the blood from my hands, and I owe you greatly for that. A mother can grieve for her son, but to know that I would have been the one that took his life would have been something I would not have recovered from. You did me a great service. And at this point, the Cosmic Father will walk forward and he'll reach out his hand and he'll do one of those
Mhm.
and he'll say, "Welcome to the family."
Thank you, Daddy.
He says, if you
Ever call me that again?
He says, "Don't call me that."
if you ever throw pies at me, we're gonna have a problem. And then he'll let go.
All right, but at least tell
Wait,
me what your
he said-
favorite is.
He said if you throw pies. He didn't mention anything if you shove a pie in his face.
He says, I actually don't like pie. I prefer cake.
Heathen.
It's the spongy consistency. I like the sponge.
I'll glance at Anarria.
Blueberry.
I'll hand her one. I will not throw it.
She will eat a piece. And then they will spend some time with their daughter. They will hug. They haven't really had a
Don't.
lot of time to bond. And Anarria turns at you and says, "As the Queen of the Gods, I decree you are no longer, as death, bound to your domain. You are free to roam around the world, and you are free to come up into high heaven whenever you choose.
I'll do the thank you bow kind of a deal.
We will start this relationship off differently. Let's hope that we earn each other's trust going forward." The Cosmic Father will step forward and say, "As the father of the bride, and for her dowry, I offer you this." And he will present into his hands 10 perfect wishes. And he will hand them to you. And he will say, "They are yours to do with as you wish."
Just chuckling.
They will smile, and you will spend a couple of days with the family.
Yeah, and I didn't want to roleplay this anyway, but just I will, now that I can leave with Anaria's blessing, I would go to each of the other gods, particularly the siblings, Deva, and because remember that one of my shticks through this entire campaign is to try and console people when somebody has died.
Yep.
And so I want to go to Deva and talk to her about her brother's death, if she will. Again, because I'm the one who killed him, so I want to make sure there's no bad blood. I want to sort of console them and just make them welcome in my domain. Now that doesn't mean they're powered in my domain, but
The biggest question for you that I have as the god of death is, what do you plan to do with Deverex's soul? Because it's in your well of souls down there. You can either send it into reincarnation, you can destroy it.
I will call, if I have the right to do this, I will call a council of gods.
Oh, absolutely.
And
So,
we will debate it.
In almost any pantheon, the god over death has a high responsibility, so they're usually pretty up there on title.
So the soul is held in stasis for now, and then when we convene and decide, I will acquiesce to the will of the majority for this one because I know that he's a relative of each of them. My vote is to utterly destroy it.
We will convene a council of the gods, and we will bring in your demigods for their guidance. They've earned a say in this. Alvain appears in what appears to be endless fields The sky is split in two. On one side it's sunny and bright, and on the other side the stars are out. There are animals around everywhere grazing, sleeping. And you see a great griffin of massive size in front of you. And you can hear him talk, but his mouth doesn't move. And he says, "My spirit is done here. Your friend released my spirit without realizing it when he defeated him. But my soul must go to continue the cycle. I need someone to step into my shoes and guard nature, to guard life, the raw essence of the stars, what it means to be one with nature, to protect the animals, to make sure that they continue in prosperity and in life. Is this something that you would do for me?"
I'd be honored.
He will lift his wings up like this, and you will feel the cosmic energy come from him, turning you into the equivalent of a level 30 deity. You will transcend and you will receive God status. You are aware of every living creature on the planet. You are aware of the cycle of life, the importance of every tree, every acorn, every vine. You are the patron of all druids now. And
now you see that there is nothing you can obtain that I can't take from you.
Damn.
No, you don't take anything from you. He gives you gifts
That's
that
true.
take a long time to get to you.
That's fair.
Very locked up.
so, with that, a throne made out of earthly matter, plants, rock, precious metals, a throne appears. What do?
Take a seat.
Once you take a seat, you are aware of all of your paladins and clerics, and in unison they are all around the world kneeling. Every druid is aware of your existence, and you're taking the mantle of life. And your most trusted Rhaegar is
And have some fun.
at your side, and Rhaegar is now demigod status, and he will be your major domo, very similar
Yeah,
to Pumpernickel.
exactly. Yeah.
He's your watchdog.
And with this, you are aware of something very important that's about to happen.
It's a new age coming.
For the very first time since the world of Anarria has been created, a non-dragon is going to be offered the mantle of dragonhood. So that's something to look forward to. You may want to watch that. Is there anything specific you would like to do? Anything you would like to? Any ledgers you want to balance out?
Orders you want to give your people.
No,
You
we'll see
could
what-
learn
we'll
about
see
who
what
you
happens.
were. You could learn about who you were.
That's from the past.
He's like,
The past is the past. The
We're
future is
looking to
now.
the future, yeah.
You appear in the Feywilds. All of your people are congregated. Every single one. Every court are gathered. All of the queens, all of the kings, princes, everyone.
He said, wow.
And when you appear, every single one of them kneels. And your mother steps out from the shadows beside you, and she will kneel right beside you. And she says, your people watched what you did. We know that you fought a cruel and malicious being of unknown power, saved the lives of many gods, refused demigod status to return to us, to be loyal to your people. As a token of all of our respect, it has passed unanimously that you will be the first High King of the Fae. What
Yes.
are your orders, Your Majesty?
A custom that I learned shortly after I came to the world of Anarria. We're gonna party.
For a prize of people.
A celebration.
Yes.
Throwing a kegger.
Feast and 20 days of festival.
It will be so. She stands up and she says, the High King has commanded 20 days of festival and feasting. Make it so.
Bring out the satyrs.
And literally, like,
Throwing some keggers.
there is a party in which the mortal realm will never be able to replicate. I mean, nobody parties like the Fae. I mean, they let loose. I mean, it's they put magic into parties. I mean, and he said it right there. Satyrs. Once they get there, it's over.
Party.
It's over. They start playing their lullabies. It's done. I mean, you're going to be held hostage.
Satyrs are the epitome of Fae frat boys.
So the party goes on. You receive a letter. Puck delivers it. Your Majesty.
Thank you. I'll take the letter.
It is a very heartfelt letter from the new god of death, your friend Nocturne. And hidden inside of there is a little small note from Pumpernickel. You best become seeing me, you little shiny shirtless fucker.
Well,
But his letter is extremely heartfelt. You know, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for caring and standing by me, supporting me, caring about Amber, being the good person you are, that kind of thing.
It also specifically notes that I don't know how it would be phrased in game, but those death die that you have to keep rolling, those are still there.
okay.
You might have to come see me sometime.
Oh, that's his way of seeing you.
Speaking of which,
Consider them suppositories.
how rude of me. I forgot to invite people. Puck,
Yes, Your Majesty?
we need to invite the god of death here.
Sure. I'll take him a message.
Here's a list of people. Basically,
You're
the
gonna
party.
you're gonna host an interstellar kegger.
Yes.
Suddenly I want to watch Men in Black.
Invites to basically everyone he can possibly think of, and they could have like a plus 100 people they want to bring.
Yes, Abby. Exactly. Abby goes, ain't no party like a Face Satyr party.
That's right.
Because the Face Satyr party don't stop. That's right.
Not wrong.
So, I'm
Use the
assuming
roots.
after I do their conclusion, they would be invited. So you're partying with all of your friends and people, NPCs. Well, once I get to you. But after they're done, I'm assuming, because it will all happen at the same time. So once you conclude with, once they conclude with their business, they'll be joining you. But NPC-wise, I'm assuming you're inviting all of the named people that you were close to.
Yep.
So like Alabaster, Wimble, all of those people.
Yep.
Oh god, the party just
Anyone-
went up another level with Wimble.
Anyone that is of age, human-wise, or whatever race they are, basically no teenagers, kids, or people who don't want to come party with the Fae.
So, as a sign of respect, since you opted from ascending, and because that's a sign to people that you weren't looking for power. You just wanted to do your job. Now you want to go home. So, as a sign of respect, all of the gods will come in their human form, and they will party with you. So this is a historic event. I mean, if he comes, he comes. It's his choice. But so after that, after your party, is there anything that any checks and balances, anything that you want to? Anybody you want to deal with? Anybody on your
two
shit list?
people, Zarina and Valandra.
I'm surprised you didn't want to deal with the Naval commander. He slipped your mind.
Oh, no, he wasn't invited.
Oh, dang!
But those two specifically.
So your wives, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Alarin.
Okay.
I'm promoting Alarin to the captain of the guard.
Captain of your guard.
Yes.
Wow.
And Ministry of Secrets.
That's a prestigious position.
The spy master.
So the queens are going to enhance him quite a bit in power because he's really not powerful enough to be up to that task. But now he is.
Once the party has died down, we have a moment to ourselves. Well, it has been my dream to travel. I would like you two to come with me on vacation points when I'm allowed to.
Zarina says, you're the High King. If you want to go on vacation, you go on vacation.
If I do that, I'm not going to come back for hundreds of years. I need someone to check me.
Oh, I can do that. Okay.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go to what's the best?
Where do you
round?
go for your honeymoon?
Or honeymoon?
She says, I have the perfect place.
Hit me.
She's going to take you to basically the equivalent of a pleasure planet.
Elysium.
Like Elysium or like the pleasure planet from Star Trek.
Okay, we're gonna check me.
Risa, that's the name of
2 weeks. 2 weeks, not 20 years, not 2 months. 2 weeks, okay? Otherwise, I'm never leaving that place. Dad warned me about that.
She says, I got you. So you guys go have fun for 2 weeks. Balam,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up in the throne room of the Dragon Emperor.
I'll go to a knee.
Your companion is beside you. All of the great worms are here.
Is Karen Athagrin here?
Yes.
Sweet, she didn't get killed.
They are all sitting around in a circle around the throne room with the Emperor up on his dais. They are all in their dragon form.
Is the Amethyst one here?
Yes.
Oh, she came back.
She came back for this. This is a historic thing. The Emperor says, "Rise, son of the Dragonlands."
I will rise.
You understand how proud we are of what you've done. You fought with great veracity and honor.
I am flattered to be here, great ones.
You are a testament to the endurance and strength of the people of Dran. You have shown the world that dragons, although we are old and we seclude ourselves, we will still stand firm and fight back. As a reward for your generosity, and your sacrifice, we offer you something in place of your offer of ascension. We offer you a rare chance to become a dragon, a great worm, second only to Karen Atherton. She has chosen you to be her mate, to bring forth the next generation of blue.
Your wife's not gonna like that.
No, she's not.
Karen Atherton will step forward, just a couple steps, because, she's big. She'll say with actually a quite delicate voice, "This is merely for the procreation of our species. Your bloodline will continue through me. Our relationship status will not interfere with your relationship with your wife. I have already spoken with her. She understands the magnitude of what's being offered to you, and she has accepted that this is for the betterment of Dran. She will not protest."
I don't think she gets a choice of the matter. I am greatly humbled and thankful that this great council wishes to reward me.
Do you choose our reward or theirs?
I will accept your reward, but I would like to also continue my duty in being a watcher for those of us dragons.
Usually the responsibility of a great worm is to stay in the homeland or stay isolated in one location to teach and guide or to protect something of great value. You will roam the land, all of Anarria, for we are charging you with the protection of those that you deem are worthy of your protection. So, a goblet the size of this table appears in the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's made out of platinum and expensive gems. The Emperor will take a step down off of his dais, and he will take his claw and he will cut the palm of his hand open,
Mm-hmm.
and he will drip in the equivalent of a gallon of his blood. And each of the other dragons, the other great worms, will do the same. Once their blood mixes, you see it start to swirl, and it takes a prismatic color. And
Prismatic worm.
he will motion for you to submerge yourself in the liquid.
I will, this is a very ceremonious event. I will completely strip down, because don't want to fucking break through shit. So yeah, I will completely strip down and I will fully submerge.
Okay? You feel the blood entering every orifice of your body, every pore in your skin.
Mhm.
And you feel...
I also open my mouth so it goes down my throat too. So
You feel it start to transform you from the inside out. You feel power in an ancient way that before now, you just couldn't fathom. You are aware of not just the blue dragons, but you are aware of all of them. You know where they are around the world. And when you come out, you are a great worm. You are dripping with the fluids from the chalice.
Mhm.
And after the liquid drips off of you and you look at your body, you notice You're platinum.
That makes sense. Platinum's very close to, like, well, a version of white, and white scientifically is all colors.
He says, you are the first platinum dragon in our crystal sphere. He waves his hand and you see a throne appear amidst the others.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, take your place. For today, you have to cast your judgment on another.
I will go and I will go to my throne.
Okay? As soon as you sit down on it, your power is magnified.
What type of dragon is the platinum? Are they the type of dragon that travels on all four, or are they a bipedal type of dragon?
It's whatever you want.
You're the first one. You get to pick, man.
Yeah, platinum dragons can do either.
They bounce on their tails.
But since you're the first, you can pick. You want to be bipedal?
I'll do bipedal.
Okay. So like
You don't see a lot of bipedal dragons,
No, you don't.
and they're cool as hell.
Yeah. So you bipedal walk over to your throne. You sit down,
Mm-hmm.
and you see. In comes. Something that's going to really. It's going to probably knock the wind out of you a little.
Okay.
You see it is someone of a familiar face. You see Alabaster in shackles. This one is responsible for the warping of Deverex's mind. And he'll kind of start to twirl his fingers, and Alabaster he'll kind of well, I did kind of do my best, but I lost in the long run. But of course, leave it to the dragons to find out and sniff things out. God, gee, I don't know what to do. Oh my goodness. Hi, nice to meet you all. So can I go? And you'll hear the Dragon Emperor with a booming voice say, "Be silent." And you'll actually see Alabaster piss himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pee will run down his leg and make a puddle.
I kind of scrunch up my nose because I can smell it.
All of the female dragons will kind of, like, they're appalled. And the Emperor of the Dragons looks at you and says, "What punishment would you cast down on this individual for his crimes of treason against mankind and all living things, the death of multiple gods, the betrayal of family? The list of charges is endless."
I had a thought like this. It's really funny. I get the feeling he'd get a kick out of it too.
Who? Alabaster?
Or the
No, the person I'm thinking.
Emperor. No.
Okay.
Because death is too much of a reprieve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe.
Well, it's just over. He doesn't get to truly suffer punishment.
You think?
So what are we doing?
I have a
Do what you can.
I want to. I kind of. Am I close to something that is big enough to provide like a door?
Hunter.
Sure.
He doesn't get invited to the party.
I take my claw and I draw an M and a W and another W and another W.
A door appears.
And I just go like that.
A door appears.
I knock on the door.
Wimble will actually step out. I was summoned.
Original Wimble?
No.
Okay, a numbered one.
We'll say Wimble 57.
57.
Oh. He'll bow to all of the, including you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, aren't you fancy now?
Thank you. So,
Your first molting. What do you want for your scales? The Emperor says, that is not why you were brought here. Why aren't you testy? What can I do for you?
you see that individual there?
Oh, yes. Mhm.
He's the one who caused the issues.
Oh, I know.
Yes. Could you take him someplace far away so he can't cause any more problems, but so he suffers justly? Maybe make him a powerless pawn in your warehouse? And ensure...
Oh, I have the perfect person that would have fun with this one.
And if you ensure that he can't cause any more problems, I'll give you my first small team.
You have my word. He'll say, come along. And he's like, no. And then you'll just see him start sliding across the floor towards the door. And then the door will open and we're like, in you go.
If there's anyone who can keep Alabaster in check, it's Wimble.
That's fair.
We'll also probably never see this Alabaster again.
As he's going in, Wimble says, just this one, right?
He's the one who caused the issue.
Well, I mean, he made 12 copies of himself, but
Do we need to worry about them?
probably.
Can you take them too?
12 moltings.
Sure.
Okay. He'll go in and close the door, and the Emperor goes, Old ones, always up to something. So at some point in time, you and the other great worms in human form, because you know they would take up too much space, are invited to party with the new High King of the Fae and the gods in the Feywilds. So that's a nice vacation. Any kind of checks and balances that you'd like to do?
I want to ask some of the gods if they could expand my vision. Think Heimdall. To truly be a watcher.
Anarria will give it to you.
Okay. Because that way I can basically be a true guardian.
You are aware
Watch
of everything at all times.
What's your alignment?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Oh. I'll have to figure out what my draconic name is, but I'll tell you this now, because I truly consider them friends, in all sense of the word. My name is Maximus Antonius Augustus.
Okay.
Hi, Max.
I
Please
look
no.
forward to summoning you to the underworld against your will, using your true name.
Hey, so I do want you to know, though, apple crumble.
There we go!
I'll give you an apple crumble pie. You
Thank
gonna
you.
eat it?
Oh, of course.
So as he eats it, I will confer upon his line as God of the Death. As God of Death, all of his descendants will be resistant to death, as long as they are of good alignment.
So they will roll advantage on death saves.
Yep. And if they, you can do whatever you want with mechanics, but I would imagine they would pop up with more than one if they succeed in the saves. So.
Probably instead of one, probably whatever their con mod is, maybe.
Or like 50, just whatever. I mean,
50.
Well, I mean, we're talking about dragons here,
True,
so
yeah.
I mean, it's like and
Yeah.
potentially half dragons, I guess. But so that's my gift to you as a friend.
So, anything else you would like to bring to closure? I think that's about it. Your backstory really wasn't that involved with other people, except for Karen Athergren and the Dragonlands. So.
Yeah.
By the way, your dragon companion is elevated to old, and is given a special position in the Emperor's Council.
I might make my lair kind of probably at ICEMORR
Okay.
itself, but I probably don't spend much time there because I'm always traveling.
How are you protecting it while you're gone?
Huh?
How are you going to protect it while you're gone?
Well, there are
I'll have ways.
there are thousands of
Oh, I know.
ice-
I'm just giving him a chance to.
there are thousands of ice elementals on the
If-
mountains. They will gladly protect it for you.
If an adventurer can get past whatever traps I'm gonna have in place, they can take some stuff.
Do you hear me?
Huh?
There are thousands of very powerful ice elementals that live on that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
You can have them protect it for you. They'll do it willingly.
I'll probably have some of them do it. Yeah.
Nothing will get in there. I mean, those are CR20. That's why I told you you guys have to be a certain level before you go on that mountain, because those ice elementals will.
I'm gonna set it up so nothing can plane or travel in there, but I think I will tell the ice elementals stop anything that tries to get in there. But if something comes out, as long as they don't have too much stuff, let them go.
Okay, so basically, if they're good enough to get in.
If they're good enough to get in, they deserve a reward.
Okay.
But don't take the entire horde,
Okay.
because I have a respect for those who are good at adventuring.
You just turned ICEMORR Mountain into the biggest honeypot in Anarria.
It is,
What's the big treasure?
but they have to be good enough.
Also, the dragons combined, I forgot to mention this, as a dragon, it is very important that a dragon has a horde.
Mm-hmm.
You are given a combined horde from all of the worms that total in about 10 million gold.
Damn.
And various treasures and things.
I'm gonna gift you something.
Gold bars, platinum bars, all kinds of stuff.
My net worth is about 10 million.
Magic items, stuff that they don't want or need. They're like, yeah, I've had these coins for like 1,000 years. Here you go. So-
all of the coins, bars and stuff, I get them exchanged for copper. Now you can only take so much. It's like
That's
there's-
messed up.
I'm gonna gift you something though, Hunter. I'm gifting you the jeweled golden crown.
Ooh, wow.
So with that, I'm going to move on to Ort.
Mm-hmm.
Ort appears in a barn. It's very, very weird.
Mage hand the door up.
Before you do, out of your peripheral vision, you see a 17, 18-year-old male. Looks very similar to you. He looks at you.
Who are you?
Are you the one that paid them to save me?
You're older than you're supposed to be. What happened? What went wrong?
Well, I couldn't really. I don't know.
Am I in my human form or?
Mhm.
Well. All right. This is where are we?
My farm,
Where is your farm? Continent.
Zoram.
Not quite what I was hoping, but good enough. Now, you're going to want to sit down for this part.
Go sit down.
I am your great 2 hours later great grandfather.
Yeah, the elves told us.
Oh.
I love that he didn't interrupt.
That's
I hope during that entire great spiel he was going.
there was oh way to steal my thunder, elves.
You're welcome.
That's what they do.
So good to see that you're safe. I don't have any money on me, do I? No, I don't. I used it all. But sorry, I find it become less of a. I find it become less social of late.
All of a sudden, he's 6.
What?
He just looks up at you. Huh? He looks very confused.
Dispel magic. What the hell's this?
Nothing happens.
I swear I didn't do this to prank you.
I've seen visibility prepped in my gauntlets. I will see invisibility. What the hell's going on?
There's nothing invisible. All of a sudden, he's 60.
No. This is wrong. This is wrong. I reject this.
So, out of your peripheral vision, you see a man in blue robes with stars and moons that shimmer, and he's leaning against the one of the poles, and he's got a pipe, and
I'll walk right up to him, cast Wall of Force in a sphere around us.
he goes, "You feel better?"
No, I feel significantly worse. What the hell's going on here?
You're definitely not a natural, that's for sure.
You don't say.
I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time training you to use your new abilities.
What new abilities?
You're a demigod of time.
And
Yeah, you meeting your family member here wasn't supposed to be an experiment of you changing his age randomly. You gotta control your emotions.
Alright, you take me back. I'm telling you to take me back to ICEMORR right after the death of Deverex, or wherever the hell I wound up physically after that happened.
You're telling me? Do you know who I am, boy?
You're something to do with time, and you're also trapped in a small space with what could well be a very angry polar bear.
He says, part of me wants to humor you and see what you would do, and the other part of me is just completely annoyed at the fact that you think you could actually hurt a god of time. But, okay, we'll take you back. He'll snap his finger and you'll appear in the throne room just after he died, and you are now aware. And he's leaning against one of the columns and he goes, "So my name's Faustus. Whenever you're ready to learn how to use your abilities, you call me. I'll help you. You're welcome." And he disappears.
How do I get back to ICEMORR?
You send away your ride.
What?
You send away your ride to get back to ICEMORR.
There should be more gods here than just the one.
They're kind of mourning and stuff. You do see solars and planetars and demigods walking around.
Devas. Or divas.
Devas, yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk up to one of the devas instead of the human-sized ones.
It will go like this.
Yeah, none of that. Send me. Can you get me back to ICEMORR or some other, or at least back to the material plane? I don't think I'm actually supposed to be here.
He'll pull out a wand and he'll point, and you'll see a portal open.
Thank you. I'll walk through.
You appear right back in the throne room. You see Faustus leaning against the column. He goes, "Have you learned anything yet?" "No."
I have learned something.
Oh, you're one of those. Let me guess. You're annoyed.
No, that's not actually what I learned. I learned that when my nephews, when my however many greats grandson suddenly turned geriatric.
All right, I'll stop messing with you now. You suddenly appear on ICEMORR, right in the town square.
Thank you. I'm gonna head back to the basement where I was living.
You go there.
Let's see. I'll turn back into my human form and examine myself in the mirror. Hair's a different color. Eyes are a different color. Nails are a different color. Teeth look much sharper. A lot hairier. Yeah, this is good. I think there's a learning curve to this that I need to be careful of. I'll head outside. Activate my fly speed, and I'm gonna be heading for the Ice Queen's fortress. She had all those frozen dragons. As far as I know, nobody went and unfroze them, so I'm going to see if I can go do that.
That's how the dragons got out.
So you get there, and you notice that they are all still frozen.
Greater restoration. I'm just going to...
They all offer you a great treasure for releasing them. So they'll all 12 of them, they'll give you a legendary item.
Can I get that in cash?
They'll give you a legendary item worth of gold.
Okay, I will hold out my bag of holding. All right.
They all trick or treat.
All right.
What's candy?
I love this so much.
Thanks very much.
And they all walk through a portal and they go home.
That definitely explains how they were.
You guys have
able
fun
to
with that.
preside over me.
Just messing around with the water.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So let's see. That's taken care of. I don't know. Is there a? So, I'll sit down on the Ice Queen's empty throne. So, well, that sucked.
It's cold.
I go into my hybrid form. I'm furry now.
It's less cold.
It's
Yes.
actually very comfortable now. Like,
A little tight at the waist.
Well, that sucked. So, where do I head next? Zoram?
Just there.
So, do I have any unfinished business that I want to take care of? It seems like, I don't know, I feel like I'm waiting for something. So, alright.
Unfortunately, this character is a little newer, so your backstory is a little less defined.
Okay, I'm going to...
Although, your old party.
What about them? They're not here, so...
Oh, I know, but there's petrified, so... And on ICEMORR.
Yeah, but even in my increased power, I don't know if I can solo a dragon. And I'm going to... That's awful. I'm going to re-roll that. Actually, no. Since I'm sitting on the throne and don't have anything to do, I'm going to take 20 on an Arcana check. Yeah, there's really no fixing this, is there? Hey, Faustus!
He appears, he's looking at his fingernails. He's sitting on your dais.
So, about this time business.
Yeah?
You said a little while ago.
You know what's horrible about Hydras?
What?
Something about their blood. You just don't get it out of your fingers like you used to. I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't have proper fingernails unless I want them anymore. So I probably won't be able to sympathize.
So what can I do for you?
All right. You told me a little while ago, unfortunately a very impactful while ago, that you could only send me back with my memory erased so as not to disrupt the flow of time.
You see, that was before.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that, especially given the business with the former occupant of this chair, that was the Arcana check I was making, that I really, really can't go back without unspooling some fairly important bits of causality. So
Yes.
here's a...
The Cosmic Throne has decreed that no time travel or time magic can be used that would interfere with changing the outcome of the things that happened today.
Alright, so... Well, that's awful. So...
So what exactly are you looking for? Your friends, your family? Is that what you want?
My family, my real family, is gone in several ways.
No.
So
That's a matter of opinion and perspective.
no, it's a matter of fact. They died a long time ago, and even if I was to reunite with them, I'm not that person anymore. I've become something else.
As I said, opinion and perspective.
Well, here's what I want. And I will. I don't know. I will give up my demigod, my whatever you've done to me. What to give me power over time. I'll give it up to my friends. They, on the other hand, never got released. So, can they never have gone to the cave? It was just me.
Do it yourself.
No.
Why?
Well, first of all, because I'm terrible at this, I'll turn them into stone babies or something. Second of all, I don't want to be a demigod or a lesser god or deva or whatever you've turned me into.
Not wanting and needing to be two different things. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to teach you how to use your abilities. You're going to keep them. You're going to learn how to use them. And you're going to do everything that I tell you to do because I need to go on vacation. I'm tired of being the only one around here that does anything. With that being said, I will go help your friends and I will even bring your family back.
No.
You're a very needy individual. Okay, what is it that you would like? Is there another way that you want me to do this?
Hmm.
12 hours later.
So are you saying you don't want your family back? You just want your friends back?
I want my friends back to their families. They never got petrified. They never jumped forward in time.
Done.
All right, because I know.
What else?
Is there someone else I can talk to?
No.
All right.
I'll pop in.
Oh.
There is someone
There's
else.
someone.
Oh. He'll go like this.
Well, back.
Hey, I was intending to catch up with you later. Like much later.
He's in a bad mood.
I don't blame him.
Trying to teach him the ins and outs of time magic. It's someone with such a feeble mind it tends to create more of a paradox in terms of attitude displacement.
Do please be nice.
Arcana.
He's a friend of mine.
Arcana? So I will use Flash of Genius to add another 6 to that, so 13 plus 14 is 27. I'll look at him. So, if I turn back time to before you were here...
Wisdom save. Doesn't work. He looks at you and goes,
Well, you told me to figure it out.
let me be very clear about something. Do not ever use time magic on me.
That would be actually... Wouldn't that cause basically a Big Bang?
it would have devastating consequences.
You would probably destroy reality.
He looks at you very sternly and says,
It's not like this comes with a user's manual.
he says, how about this? He goes like this and you feel the power leave you.
Thank you.
He says, we'll do it step by step. Since you are a friend of the families.
So, can we have a minute? I'll call you when I'm ready for step 1.
Sure. He disappears.
Thank you, Faustus.
Only you hear, you're welcome.
Are you all right?
I'm the proverbial man who gained the world and lost his soul, so,
You guys continue to role play. I'll be right back.
okay. I'm the proverbial man who gained the world and lost his soul, so, put that as a solid maybe. How are you?
Oh, it's been a day.
So you're the god of,
Death and pies.
I wasn't aware that the pies had their own domain. I assume there'll be paladins of bakeries.
And that's the hope.
All right.
To be fair, they haven't ratified that one at the meeting, so I mean, I might not actually get pies. But
So how is So
would you like a pie?
No thanks. I'm not in the mood.
I don't know.
If you make something with honey in it for some reason, I've got a sweet tooth now.
I can try a honey pie. I've never tried
Hey,
it
may I
before.
make a suggestion for you, George?
What?
Try to go back in time to have your consciousness go back to where you were before. The
Don't
time
do
travel.
that. That's no bad idea.
Yeah, I could.
Bad idea.
I could really
Well,
interfere
he
with.
doesn't remember it.
He doesn't know how to make himself forget.
Have Fossil do it.
Anyway. Yeah,
I
don't want to-
believe if it's what you want, I wasn't listening to your entire conversation, but I could at least let you visit your family.
Yes,
They are in my domain.
I was planning to sort that out with you when I died, but
Well, it wouldn't be permanent. It would just be a visit, but it's up to you. I don't want to force you into anything you're not comfortable with or happy with.
I don't know how time passes down there. So
Pretty much passes how I want it to.
yes, but I don't know how you want it to.
I would want it how you want it.
Oh, this is gonna get complicated, isn't it?
A little.
So
George,
yes.
hit stop streaming.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
A little bit of issues with the dog.